there's always this point in someone's story where it's a pivot. It like something happens where nitroglycerin goes on their bonfire, and on however they're growing, they really start growing. It spikes. And I know that you've had a couple of those moments. Give us one where the lights went on and you were never the same.
Being that I've done hair for a while now, and then moving to Oregon and starting over, and I didn't have any coaching or anything. It was when I was booth rental, I didn't have anything. And moving here, I have gotten to have so much coaching and people cheering me on. And that has helped tremendously. I was stuck and burnt out before I moved here. And so I would say in the last 5 years being here, that was like a pivotal turn, because my career in Texas, I loved my clients and I loved the ladies that I worked with. They were all like second moms, but we were all independent and I had no one to lean on. I had no one to help me grow or do any education. And I will say the biggest thing is the possibilities that the coaching they've given me and shown me what I can have. You might be in a spot where you're stuck and you're feeling burnt out, but like maybe take a day, regroup. If you need a week, regroup, but come back. And I'm so into education that there's so much out there that you take one class and your spirit will be right back up, and you'll want to get back in the ball game, and you're going to want to win. And there's business classes out there. I love taking the business classes because I didn't have any of that before coming here. But there's classes to teach you better skill, better technique, better how to do things in better timing. And I just think the education aspect is out there, and some stuff is so free that you can just watch it. And that will respark that joy and spark something in you to keep going. I love my clients. I think I can have a great conversation. I try to relate to my clients really well. I think there were some things that were missing with my clients, like communicating pricing. That's a hard one. If you're not trained with that, on how to have that communication, it's hard to have that. And now I'm a lot better about communicating with them about price or about time. Some clients just want to come in and get out, and you're like, this is a 3-hour service. And letting them know that this is going to be a relationship. And when they're there, I always try to pre-book them mid-service and let them know in advance, hey, this service is you probably want to come in a few months just to get it tweaked, or we want to gloss you, or your birthday's in September, let's book you for that before your birthday. Just having that communication door open, and keeping it very chill and flowing in the conversation.
And it's a chilled out conversation, but it's intentional, right? I mean, I was kind of crawling your Instagram page, and I saw your highlight on how to book, and you're taking advantage of some online booking stuff. I'd love to get you talking about that a little bit. So how's that work? Like I could actually watch that little highlight slide presentation, and it gave me something to tap and do. How many of your clients take advantage of that?
I wasn't quite sure how many were taking advantage of it until recently. And my pre-books just alone in the salon were sitting at about 75%. And then when I went through and looking at how many people were booking online, it popped me up to about 90% total pre-booking. So I have a big chunk that will pre-book at home. And that conversation I have with the client, most of the time, if they're like, I'm not sure, I say, download the app and you can go and look at my schedule and find a slot that works for you. If it's 11 o'clock at night and we're closed, you can book at 11. The pre-booking online has been awesome because most of my clients were doctors or nurses. They don't know their schedule. And so it gives them the option to quickly go on and put something in. And we just really I'm really tapping into online booking and trying to encourage people to make their next appointment while they're in the chair if they want to on the app. So it's a slow moving, but I see more people using that online booking.
Oh, and what's interesting is you're probably in the upper 10% where, you know, if you got 10 hairdressers, 9 of them aren't doing this at all, and they're intimidated by it. And then there's 1 out of the 10, you being one of them, that are really kind of pioneering it and kind of moving the ball forward. What I found fascinating is Luke now is saying, you're running at if I'm listening right, you're running at 90% pre-book, but because when a client books himself online, he counts that. You're saying my organic traditional pre-book 75%, but then the other 15 to 20% of that is my clients booking themselves. And it sounds like there's some clients when they come in and they're having their services done, as they're kind of going through they'll set up their next appointment to come back on their own mobile when they're with you.
Yeah. Almost 20 years ago, we didn't have social media. You didn't have online booking. And even I was in that mindset of like, I don't want to learn that. I don't want to do that. And I still have that moment of, you know, Instagram is a lot right now. But that's one thing I've learned too, is like, I gotta stop saying I can't or I won't, you know, and I need to like embrace what's happening. And online booking is what is happening right now. And social media is what is happening right now. And that's, I'm trying to be better about getting referrals via Instagram, but it's changing that focus and that mindset of being open to the possibilities of those things rather than I'm stuck in my way and I don't want to learn that.
If you're not using online booking, if you're not using Instagram strategically, if those are not real-time conversations when your guests are in the chair, you're just not going to grow as quickly, and as, you know, nothing's easy. It's going to be way more difficult to grow a business if you're not doing this. And yet most hairdressers, like you said, they're stuck in their ways. It's intimidating, or they're hoping, oh, maybe it'll go away and it'll kind of go back to the way it was. And you're going, what did you say? I've stopped saying I can't and I've stopped saying I won't. Is that how you said that?
Yeah. And I mean, I've been there, I've been where they are, and I still have my moments, but we have to move forward with what's happening. And I mean, another thing that would, like I said, I was all, you know, the negative think talk that's always in my head. I have to stop that. And the comparison game, like, I'm not good enough. I have some, you know, coworkers who are rocking the Instagram thing and the social media, and I'm always comparing, like, oh, mine's not as good as theirs. Like, you have to start somewhere, you know, we have to start somewhere to grow. So, you know, yours might not be great right now, but it could be worse because you didn't even start. So start your social media, start online booking, and it will slowly get better.